Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November the 15th, 2025. We're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown. We have TNA Turning Point as well. NXT still attacks. They attack everybody. They attack Frankie Kazarian, so he might not be part of the whole thing because Carlos says that he's trying to find out who attacked Nick Nevitt, and he thought it was Frankie Kazarian. So it's somebody else that attacked Nick Nevitt because now Frankie got attacked by the NXT roster. Wesley made his return to TNA. Desmond Xavier is back on TNA. People are saying that he did not sign with TNA. They don't have other plans for the guy, just for that one night with the Rascals. So, Desmond Xavier is back in TNA, but we don't know if he's contracted with TNA. We found out who will be facing LA Knight for the John Cena's tournament. Before we get to that, we got next week's qualified matches, tournament matches. It's the last two. We got Carmelo Hayes will be versing Bronson Reed. Penta will be versing Finn Balor. That's all happening next week on Friday Night Smackdown. There's other matches will be happening as well. To start off the show, we got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky coming out and talking about War Games. They're happy. And then they introduce their their other members, tag team partners that will be in this match. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Alexa Bliss is happy that they're part of this because they get their hands on the Kabuki Warriors and now Lash Legend and Nia Jax because they screwed them out of the tag team titles. And then she said, right, Charlotte, we're excited, and Charlotte has to tell the truth. She doesn't like Rhea Ripley. She thinks that she's a snake and all that stuff, and Rhea Ripley doesn't like her as well, but Rhea Ripley is willing to do this match with Charlotte Flair, but Charlotte said no, she can't do this match. And she walks away. And then in backstage, Rhea and Io is talking to a Bliss and how they're going to get Charlotte, or is she going to join? Alexa Bliss tried to text her, call her, she didn't answer. And then they got attacked by Lash Legend and Nia Jax and Kabuki Warriors in the backstage. On the men's side, they got their fourth member. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso got Jimmy Uso. And I will tell you guys more about the fourth member that will be on the Vision side. First match of the evening, we got the John Cena tournament between Jey Uso versus The Miz. I thought it was a pretty decent match. It was great, but the winner of that match and heading and advancing to the tournament is Jey Uso. We have an open challenge for the United States title. Technically, it's not really an open challenge because Dragunov found out who he's going to be facing. It's not Tommaso Ciampa. He's still upset about that and being called jackass. And then Dragunov chose Axiom to face. We had a great match between Dragunov and Axiom for the United States title. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Axiom did a hell of a job here. But the winner of that match, and still your United States champion, was Dragunov. Dragunov gets the win, but during the commercial break, I did not see this part. I thought I would see this part because I was watching off of Netflix. Normally I get to watch all the commercial stuff. But Tommaso Ciampa attacked Axiom after the match even happened. And then we had Nathan Frazier trying to come out and make the save. So next week we have DIY versus Braxium. Well, we got Sami Zayn coming out talking about Solo Sikoa, and he's getting tired of the Solo and the MFTs attacking every single person. So Sami Zayn called out Solo Sikoa, and Solo came out. He had some things to say, and he says that Sami doesn't care about people in the back. He doesn't care about the fans, but Solo only cares about his family. And then they surrounded Sami Zayn. Solo says, I'm not going to hurt you now. I'm going to wait until you are 100%. And Sami Zayn says, you're not going to wait so long because I am 100% now. And Sami says, you want to beat me up? come do it. And he says, I didn't come alone. Shinsuke, Ray Phoenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns came out to attack the MFT. Sami Zayn attacked Solo. We had a big brawl. And all that stuff happened in the backstage. Solo wants Sami. Told Nick Aldis he wants Sami. But Nick Aldis says, I don't have time for this. We don't have a lot of time for this. So he says the Friday Night Smackdown before Survivor Series War Games, it will be Solo Sikoa and the MFTs versus Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, Ray Phoenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns in a traditional Survivor Series tag team match, elimination match. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Well, we found out who is facing LA Knights. And I think everybody was happy. There's some people that is upset. Because they used this gimmick, not the other gimmick. We got LA Knight versus woo woo woo, you know it, Zack Ryder. His name was Zack Ryder. It wasn't Matt Cardona. But I believe he said that he will want to work with WWE as Matt Cardona. And that's what he did in NXT. I think there's a difference because it's TNA versus NXT. Him coming to SmackDown, TNA and Raw and SmackDown is not a thing. Yes, Joe Hendry did it at WrestleMania. He did it at the Royal Rumble. But Raw and SmackDown is not part of this war between brands. And I believe WWE says, we gave you what you wanted. You want to work with WWE as Matt Cardona. So maybe you could just do us a favor and come back as Zack Ryder for one night only. And he did. And I believe WWE.com has t-shirts for Zack Ryder. He had a Zack Ryder t-shirt when he was doing his entrance. I thought it was a pretty decent match between LA Knight and Zack Ryder. But the winner of that match was LA Knight. Zack, you did a good job, but you lost. They talk about his indie wrestling thing and call him the king of death matches, the indie god. So they know who he is in the indies. It's just, I guess they're not allowed calling him Matt Cardona when on the main roster. It's just on NXT because it's TNA versus NXT. Because on TNA, his name is Matt Cardona. Right? So it's TNA versus NXT. So maybe that's why it is. I don't know. I got no explanation. We got Jade Cargill versus B-Fab. I didn't really care for this match. The winner of that match was Jade Cargill. She wasn't done there, and then Meechin made the save for B-Fab. Cody Rhodes had a match with Bronson Reed for the WWE title, and then everything just broke loose. Cody Rhodes won the match by DQ because of the Vision, Braun Breaker, and Logan Paul attacking Cody Rhodes. The Usos comes out. They were about to put Logan Paul through a table until the suspended Drew McIntyre comes out and attacks everybody. And Paul Heyman did tell Nick Aldis that he could choose anyone in any brand to team with the Vision at War Games, and Drew McIntyre is part of Friday Night SmackDown. But he's supposed to be suspended because of Nick Aldis. But they'll say Drew McIntyre is the fourth member of the Vision's team. We don't know who's going to be the fifth and final guys on both teams. We might find that out on Raw, because I believe Survivor Series is not next week, it's 2 weeks from now. And we need to find out who's the fifth and last members. Even on the women's side. If they're going to replace Charlotte Flair, they need to do it fast. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of TNA Turning Point. No new champions happened. Kalani retained. Mike Satana didn't show up because he got injured, and then they made it to a triple threat for both the titles, Macklin's title and Frankie Kazarian's title. And then Mike Santana came a little late, and he wants revenge. And then all the NXT things happened. And, well, nothing else big happened that I know of. Just Wesley making his return. That's all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button. I got the burps. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. Bye!